So the biggest thing that I learned in this module about health inequalities, I actually work in the medical field, so I see it all the time. But one of the biggest things that come to mind is how they defunded Planned Parenthood, and statistically, Planned Parenthood is usually visited mostly by women of color, and they do more than just abortions. They help with test screening for STDs or screening for cervical cancer, and they do a lot of things that actually help the community. And it was actually defunded, which shows inequality because that's one of the ways that women of color actually go and get their health care. And a lot of people don't know that. I've met a lot of people that actually believe that Planned Parenthood is just for abortions. That's where you go when you don't want your child, but they don't realize how people who don't have the means or the money to actually get the health care that they deserve, that's where they go. The other thing that I've seen working in the medical field is working in the assisted living industry, and how you get to these wonderful, great assisted livings that provide all the care that somebody would need with activities and great food and good care with a good amount of staff. And they're usually white, wealthy people. And you go to an assisted living where the people are people of color, and you notice that they are much younger than the population of the higher economically higher people. They are in a much nicer place, and they are much older, in their late 90s. And you get to the assisted livings where the people of color live, and they're in their early 60s, late 50s, 70s if they're lucky. And those places where people of color usually live are always short-staffed. They never have the amount of care that a person needs or deserves. They don't run as smoothly. There's hardly any activities for the resident to do, and they just sit there wasting away, smoking cigarettes. So it's really sad to see the inequality between how people of color retire and how people that are white retire. And as you can see in this video, I am a person of color, so it's actually very depressing to think about where I can end up. So that is the biggest thing that stood out to me, and that is all I have.